I made this painting and recorded the footage of making this painting, not really knowing exactly what I was going to do with it. I was recently approached to take part of an online event. Not knowing exactly the details of what that event was, I said, yes, okay, sure. And then it came up later that it was a Canada Day celebration event, and they were just going to post some artwork on social media, and they're calling for artists to submit work that has something to do with Canada. You hear a lot about Canada from the perspective across the border. Oh, Canada has this great program where they're giving people money to stay at home. Canada has the best healthcare. Canada does this, Canada does that. There's a lot of positive stuff that we tend to internalize at a young age, which is not a horrible thing for us. We're not really any better. I sucked at history in high school, but I do know that we have had our own genocide. We've had our own internment camps and railway, slavery, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to be part of this or if it just contributes to a rather tone-deaf holiday, And so I sat on this for a week, and the thing is, they just kept asking me. They kept bringing it up. They kept, are you doing this? I understand that you might do something critical. It's important to have critical stuff too, and blah, 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 blah. And so I just felt kind of pressured, I guess, before this whole COVID lockdown thing happened. We were getting protests from Indigenous tribes that are trying to prevent our infamous pipeline from being installed. And Canada is literally pretty much invading land that doesn't belong to them with guns. And that was not even last year. That was the beginning of this year, I'm pretty sure. So I find it really hard to make something nice for Canada Day celebrations. I find it really hard to go out and have barbecues, to wear the national flag. And I do know that I am supremely lucky to live here and to not have to feel harassed or feel endangered. And I know that a lot of people do love Canada for really good reasons. There are people who came here because the other alternative was to be killed in their own countries, wherever they're from. There's so many people who are escaping horrendous stuff and are able to come here and make a life for themselves, and they want to celebrate and they want to feel good. And there are lots of people who celebrate their thousands of years of history in spite of Canada Day. I don't want to downplay all of the positive aspects of everything. I just think that there's a lot of reflection that we could do, and that it would be a lot easier to meet our so-called reconciliation goals if we weren't still actively oppressing people.